Welcome to ProKitchen University, an online video tutorial series, version 11. This video is part of the Mac Native Interface series for Mac users only. Welcome to the Wall Basics Part 1 video tutorial. In this video, we will locate and place walls and a construction line, and navigate how to use wall handles. Walls are the foundation for any design, and typically are the very first thing you will draw when designing. They are required to create wall zones, elevation views, and render your designs properly in 3D. Wall measurements are critical and must be accurate. In this video, we will demonstrate how to draw and manipulate walls and construction lines. Before drawing your walls, it is a good idea to set the parameters for the room in the Design Settings. Left-click the Design Settings icon on the top toolbar to launch the dialog box. Enter the design name and any pertinent information. Then, in the Construction tab, adjust the wall thickness, zone width, wall height, and adjust the wall item alignment to either the top or bottom alignment, and adjust the required measurement for that alignment. Set any necessary textures, then left-click OK. Note: if you do not make adjustments for your wall construction within Design Settings, the walls, wall zones, and wall item alignment will reflect what is designated within your default settings. Now we are ready to draw the walls. You will find the necessary tools at the top of the left toolbar. The Sketch tool is used for drawing walls. The C-Line tool is used for creating construction lines. And the U, L, and rectangular room tools are for easily creating regularly drawn room shapes. Let's explore how to use these preset room shapes first. To use any of these tools, left-click the desired room shape. Then, in the dialog box, enter the measurements in the fields for each of the labeled walls, either by highlighting and typing the measurement, or by using the arrows to the right of the text field. The inner arrows adjust the length in whole value increments, and the outer arrows by fractional increments. The wall height will auto-populate to match the design settings, or default settings if you have not created the construction parameters within the design settings. Then, at the bottom of the dialog box, select the room orientation and left-click OK to place the walls in your design. Now the room is built and you are ready to begin drawing. To delete an entire wall group, right-click on any of the walls within the group. Hover to Wall Group, then into the toolbox and select Delete to delete all of the walls. To draw walls manually, navigate the mouse to the Sketch icon at the top of the left toolbar and left-click to select. Then bring your mouse into the plan view. The cursor has now become a crosshair, which indicates the mouse is in edit mode and ready to complete an action. Position the cursor where you want to begin drawing and left-click once to start. Then nudge the mouse in the direction you want the wall to be placed and take your hand off the mouse. Remember, in ProKitchen, you always need to draw your walls in a clockwise rotation, or the wall placement zones will sit outside of your room. Now at the bottom of the ProKitchen window, you will see the length field will already be highlighted and is ready to be adjusted. Simply type in the required value and tap Enter on the keyboard. ProKitchen will automatically begin the adjoining wall in a clockwise rotation at a 90-degree angle. Note that after typing the wall width, you can tap the Tab key on your keyboard to adjust the wall angle, wall thickness, and wall height for this wall alone. Continue to type the measurements and hit Enter at the bottom of the ProKitchen window to continue building your walls. Once finished, tap the Escape key on the keyboard to release the tool. Notice with walls, all of the inside wall zones display and are ready for the design to be built within. To draw a construction line, which is a zero-width invisible wall, navigate to the top of the left toolbar and select the C-Line tool. Bring the mouse into the plan view. Once again, the mouse has turned into a crosshair, this time with the construction line attached. Left-click once to drop the C-Line and nudge the mouse in the desired direction. Then remove your hand from the mouse. Type in the required dimensions and tap Enter on the keyboard. Once finished drawing all desired construction lines, tap the Escape key on the keyboard to release the tool. Notice that both the inside and outside wall placement zones are displayed. This allows you to build on either side of the construction line immediately, which is most helpful in creating islands or peninsulas. I will draw one more wall separate from the wall group, so we can explore how the wall handles work for singular and grouped walls. When you left-click on a standalone wall or construction line, a series of arrows will appear on the wall. These are called wall handles. Each handle has a different function. Let's take a moment to explore each of these on the standalone wall. First, in the center of the wall is a double-sided arrow that sits perpendicular to the wall. This handle is the Move handle and will allow us to move the wall. Left-click the wall handle once, and then move your mouse to drag this wall into position freely about your plan space. Left-click again to secure. On either end of the wall, there are two double-sided arrows that are parallel to the wall. These handles are the Resize handles. When you left-click once, you can then drag the wall in or out from the side you have selected. Or you may take your hand off the mouse, type in the required dimension, and tap Enter on the keyboard. Just outside of the wall on either side are the wall angle handles. Left-click once and move your mouse to angle the wall. The fulcrum point of this angle will be at the opposite end of the wall. Once the wall angle has been engaged, again you may take your hand off the mouse, type in the desired angle, and tap Enter on the keyboard. The plus signs on either side of the wall are the Continue wall handles. Left-click either of these to continue drawing your room. ProKitchen will begin the adjacent wall in a clockwise rotation at a 90-degree angle. Again, take your hand off the mouse, then type and tab through the dimension fields and tap Enter to create the additional wall. ProKitchen will automatically start drawing an additional wall. Either continue drawing walls as described, or tap the Escape key on the keyboard to release the tool. Now let's take a look at how the wall handles work on the grouped walls. We will start with the wall that has two adjacent walls. When we left-click the Center or Move handle, we can only drag this wall in or out of the room. As we do this, the dimensions of the adjoining walls will either be extended or reduced in length. Note, the adjoining walls are now labeled as A and B. Once the Move handle has been selected, you can remove your hand from the mouse and type in the dimension for either wall A or wall B. Then, tap Enter on the keyboard. ProKitchen will automatically adjust the other wall, so you do not need to type in both values. When you left-click on one of the resize handles at the ends of the wall, you may adjust the length of the selected wall by dragging the mouse into place, or, once again, you may remove your hand from the mouse, type the new dimension in the field below, and tap Enter on the keyboard. The wall angle handles work similar to how they did on the standalone wall. Left-click the angular handle at either end to create an angle at the adjoining wall opposite from the side in which you clicked the handle. As before, you can remove your hand from the mouse and type in the required angle, then tap the Enter key on the keyboard to secure. Note: for the wall that has two adjacent walls, the Continue wall handles are not present, but when we left-click on one of the open-ended walls, we will now see the plus sign Continue wall handle at the open end of the wall. Left-click the Continue wall handle to continue drawing the room. ProKitchen, once again, will create the adjoining wall automatically at a 90-degree angle in a clockwise rotation. Move the mouse in the preferred direction, then take your hand off the mouse, type the required wall length, and tab through to adjust the wall angle, width, or height as necessary, and tap Enter on the keyboard. Once the wall has been drawn, ProKitchen will automatically start drawing an additional wall. Either continue drawing walls as previously described, or tap the Escape key on the keyboard to release the tool. Now we have thoroughly explored the basics of drawing walls, a construction line, and how to utilize their wall handles. These tools make drafting your rooms easier than ever. There are yet still more tools available for these walls and construction lines within ProKitchen software, with the right-click Toolbox Tools. These tools will be explored in the Wall Basics Part 2 video tutorial. Thank you for visiting ProKitchen University. Be sure to visit us at prokitchensoftware.com.